Good evening and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. This is Carolyn and we are on day 18. 18, I can't believe it, of our 20 base pages in 20 days, the hop over on Ginger's Corner called All About That Base. And I was so apprehensive when I started that, but it has been like one of my very favorite things. I've done page kits before, and I do page kits a lot, but just making base pages wasn't on my radar, but it is now. Okay, so this was a base page I made. I think one of the last ones that I made. And I don't remember if I said I thought I had any pictures in mind or not when I started making it. If I did, it was probably some baptism pictures. I don't really remember thinking with these fleur-de-lis that kind of reminded me of crosses or something. I don't really remember. But the pictures I found were, this was in January of 2024, and this was December of 2023. This is my son's oldest son, and this is my son's youngest son. Well, Hunter, the oldest one, was at my house one evening, and I had a bunch of boxes out in the, like, to go in the trash. And he said, "Hey, Gummy, can I have those boxes?" And I said, "Yep, you can have it." He said, "Can I tear them up?" I said, "Yep, you can tear them up." So he took those boxes and he made his armor. And so the armor of God. And then, sure enough, in January, in Sunday school, they made the armor of God. And so this is the picture of the younger one with his armor. And so this is from a swab. I do not know who did this. It was just the faith. And this paper is real thin. It's very delicate. And so I had it in with my embellishments, and I was afraid it was going to get torn up. And so I glued it on this just cream colored paper because I just absolutely love it. I didn't want it to get torn up. So I glued it on that paper and then had it in with my embellishments. And then this is another embellish, and I don't have a name on that one. Then this one was from another faith embellishment swab, and it doesn't have a name on it. This is not one of my boys' hands or anything, but I loved it. I love the heart, the red heart in the palm of that hand. So anyway, I'm going to use both of those tonight, plus a little bit of other stuff. But these are the pictures that I'm going to use. And I've already kind of laid this out, so I know that this is where I want these pictures. So let's go ahead and put our pictures down. I'm just going to do a little glue right in the middle, and then I'll go back and do more later. But I may tuck a little. I don't think I'm going to tuck, actually, but let's get that scooted over. I'm going to need all the room I can get this on there because I know it's my title, and it's going up there. This paper is gold and cream, and I don't know if that's a navy or just a kind of distressed black or gray or what, but I put it with this kind of steel colored navy, I guess. And then I had these scraps that I punched that fleur-de-lis out of that was kind of a distressed grayish navy. And so I liked these two together. It was kind of boring, and so I added, since I put this faith up here and it had the maroon, I double matted. This one has maroon and then the cream color, where these are cream color and then the maroon. So I double matted everything. And I've got a seam in my paper right there, and I thought I would cover it, but it is going to be covered partially, not totally. I really would like to have put a picture over it, but that's not the way it worked. So I don't really have room to move this picture over quite that far with what I want to do. But I loved, I mean, he came in, he says, "Gummy," well, and then he came in and he says, "Gummy, there are some sticks out there that I need to use. And I said, what kind of sticks? So he showed them to me, and they were some old little dowel rods. And I said, yeah, you can play with those. You can have those. And he says, well, can I have some of that tape? Talking about the duct tape. I said, yep, you can use the duct tape. And he said, well, there's some string out there. I said, you can use the string. You can see he used it for his belt and his helmet to keep his helmet on. I said, yep. And then this is like that stuff that you tie off like caution, not caution tape, but kind of like caution tape. And so he used it. And anyway, I got that on there so crooked, and I glued it. Let's see. Maybe I can get it up. Oh, thank goodness I got it up. That was really crooked. I gotta I may have to use the invisible, since that's torn, it's hard to see. I may have to use the invisible ruler for that. I don't measure and do that very often. Terry Rice is the queen of that, and her stuff is always so nice and straight and even, and mine is always just haphazard. But I'm okay with it. So now maybe that's actually straight. Okay. Even I'm worried about it not being straight. I know it's bad. Okay, so we've got all of that down. And then I did my journaling, and it's going to go over here somewhere. I wish these weren't glued down quite as well as they are, because I would have liked them. But you know what? I have some others. I have a few more punched out. I could just double those up. Oh, that's a thought. I may do that. We'll see about that. And then this is, I just listed the full armor of God, which is what's going to be the twist for tonight. So let me go ahead and I want to do the twist. And I'm just going to read you this part. It's found in Ephesians. I copied it from my Bible. And it's found in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 17, I believe it is. And this is telling us that we need to put on the armor of God. In this world, we had better have the armor of God on. And so I'm just going to read this to you tonight for the twist. It says, finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all of this, take up the shield of faith, which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the saints. So we've got all of those pieces of the armor of God. And believe you me, in these times, in this world, we need the armor of God. So they have their helmet of salvation. They have their breastplates of righteousness. Their feet are shod with the gospel. They have their belt. What is the belt? I forgot what the belt was. With the belt of truth around your waist. And the sword, of course, is the sword of the Spirit, which is the word. And the helmet of salvation. I don't think I left off anything. So anyway, they have got their armor on. And I pray that those boys wear that armor all of their lives. It just thrills me that they know what the armor of God is. I'm just going to do some dots. This is kind of like a fishnet, which I guess would probably go better with the scripture in Matthew that says, I'm going to make you fishers of men. But I needed some of that maroon down here, so I cut out this fishnet to kind of be the base, the anchor of my my embellishment down here, because this has really only got one big embellishment. All right, let's see if that'll hold us down. Okay. I'm going to do a little up there, but not much. It's mostly just this one kind of big embellishment. I'm just going to pull that across there. And then I have this little hand with the, I call it the nail pierced hand, that I want to put right down there. And then I'm going to slide this cross in right under it. So let's get our cross down, since it's going to go on the bottom. And then our little hand. I don't know who made these. They were part of our Forever Faith embellishment swaps that I've done throughout this year, but I don't know who did them. I wish people would put their names. If you recognize either one of these as yours, if you would let me know, I would love to give you credit for them, because I love them. And then this is just a little thing that's been in my drawer forever. I think I'm going to stick one of those little... I cut out some of the maroon fleur-de-lis also. I think I'm going to stick one of those right in under here as part of this embellishment cluster. And then, yeah, this is some puffies that I have had forever and a day, and still had this one in the right color with Faith on it, so thought I would use it. And then I'm going to do just a little bit up here, and we're going to call it good. My poor hands, look at them, with my puppies and cleaning their pens and sanitizing their paws before they eat and everything. My hands are just in bleach constantly, and it's strong bleach water. And so they just stay kind of broken out and raw all the time. I think I want to... I cut in part, it isn't a whole one, out of a scrap. I used a lot of scraps on this. All of the maroon and all of the cream color were in my scraps. And then this maroon that I did the fishnet thing out of was also scraps. And then these were scraps. The only thing that wasn't a scrap, I think, was this piece of cream that is the kind of base. So let's see if we can, I need this to come up, I think, a little higher. Whoops. Let's see if we can, I just want it to kind of overlap a little bit of everything. Let's get this little piece off there. And then I'll glue it. But I kind of wanted those to come up over that, and like I said, I've got some more, so I could just glue them over that. Okay, let's get this down. Just a few dots. A little dab will do you. Hope y'all are having a good weekend, or I don't know when you'll be watching this. Actually, I don't think it comes out until maybe Monday. I'm making it on Saturday, but I've got, it's just so busy. I don't know if I'm ever going to get where it's not so busy. Of course, I have church tomorrow, and then and I go early for praise team. Extra early because we also are having choir working on Christmas music. And so we have praise team at 8:15, choir at 9, and then Bible study at 9:30, and then worship service at 10:45. And then after that, I'm on the Budget and Finance Committee. After that, oh, I got glue. It'll like clear though. After that, we have a Budget and Finance Committee meeting. So I've got that. Plus, I've got 2 boys with me. And then I really have a lot of, I've got to get up early to feed puppies before I go do all of that. So I'll have to get up like probably before 6 to get all that done to be at church by 8:15, because my morning feed and clean and everything takes like an hour and a half or so. And there's no way they can wait till after church. Okay, we'll get that on there. And then I think I may see about these, what that would look like if I glued those on there. I want that over some. We'll just see. I had a maroon one cut for there. So if this doesn't look good, we can always go back and do that. So there's that. And I just happen to have 3 laying here. I could always punch more, but there's that. And there's that. I think I like that. I mean, if I want to, I can put this one somewhere anyway, but I do think I like that. That wasn't part of the plan, but I think I like it. I think I need to trim that little thing off the bottom, though, because I tucked them under. So let's trim these before I glue them. I love, love, love this time of year. But like I was saying, tomorrow is crazy busy. And then Monday I have to do observation for the university stuff that I do. And then I've got other things going on also. And then I have company coming for the weekend. And I record a Bible study lesson every week. I do what our Bible study class at church is doing. I put that online every week. And so it's, by the way, it's out there if you would like to listen to it. I have been doing that since April of 2020, and they're all on there. But so I've got that to do before they get here, because there's no way if they get here that I would get it done afterwards for sure. I don't know. I think that just maybe, I might tuck that one down there. Since I've got it punched, maybe I'll just stick it down there just for the fun of it. I don't see anywhere else that it really needs to go. Just under the edge of that. Okay, I think we're going to call that good. I love this one. I love these pictures are precious to me. So, and this base page actually worked out. There's not any maroon in it. I just added it, but I think it looks good. It works for me, and I guess I'm the one that it matters to. So thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you for just being, one of the watchers of this series. I hope that you have watched everyone. There are some absolutely, I was sitting last night just watching one after another, and I'm just mesmerized with what people are doing with their base pages and how creative their base pages were. And so I hope you will watch those. And thank you so much for being with me this evening. Have a blessed day and be a blessing to someone else.